Hey friends, welcome back to the Ball Booktuber. My name is Scott. I know this video is coming to you very late on Tuesday night, and I'm sorry about that, but it is a video. I am making it today. We did get some exciting news from Christopher Ruocchio regarding the Sun Eater series. I'd like to go over quickly a press release from Baen Books, his new publisher, and give some of my commentary and thoughts on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now, shall we? All right, so Baen Books signs Christopher Ruocchio for Sun Eater series finale. Baen to publish the final two Sun Eater novels, with first book in spring 2024. This is a big deal because we thought it might just be one more book. Baen signed a contract with author Christopher Ruocchio to publish the final two books in the series. It's an epic space opera set in the far future, about 20,000 years into the future, of the melancholy protagonist, Hadrian Marlowe. Melancholy is a good word there. To become humanity's greatest hero before becoming its most infamous monster. Starting with the first book, Empire of Silence, in 2018, it's earned a devoted fan following from the vivid writing style, vast and interesting intergalactic conflict, and Marlowe as both a protagonist and an unreliable narrator. It has also earned Ruocchio the Manly Wade Wellman Award, the Hellfast Literary Prize, and multiple Dragon Award nominations. And it should be winning Hugos and Nebulas, but that's just one main opinion. Through the first five books, though the first five books were published by DAW, the publisher's acquisition by Astra Publishing House brought significant changes to the company. Ruocchio began to look for a new publisher for the remainder of the series, which is what brought him to Baen. Ruocchio talks about his history with Baen Books here. He started with them both publishing his first short story, Not Made for Us, as well as he was an intern for them. Starting in 2015, he became a junior editor, possibly associate editor. He'll be no stranger to Baen fans, as he has worked on editing and publishing and contributing to several anthologies. And the Baen publisher, Tony Weiskopf, expressed excitement about the series and is excited to have Ruocchio on the roster. Here it just talks about some of the praise that has been lavished on it by other authors, some of which are Baen authors, some of which are not. And then it talks about the importance of the consistency in the hardcovers and elsewise. They are retaining Kieran Yanner as the cover artist. He's fantastic, which is great. All of the fonts and all of the dimensions and everything will stay the same. The only change from a stylistic perspective will be the Baen logo versus the DAW logo. Ruocchio talks about it getting the ending it deserves and having the space and the time to do it. Initially, it was going to be 5 books, and that's kind of the story here. Was he signed a 5-book deal with DAW. So that was some of the kind of summarized thoughts on the official press release, which I will have linked. I'll also have linked Christopher's video announcing this. Some of my specific thoughts as we look forward to book 6 in the spring, which it does mention in the article, but I sort of glossed over it. It's kind of tentatively working titled Disquiet Gods, which I think is pretty apt when we look at specifically how much the pantheon of gods in the series is starting to matter a lot with the Quiet and the Watchers and so forth. So I'm interested to see how that goes. In general, I really like the fact that it's going to be 7 books versus 6. I am firmly of the opinion that breaking what was going to be one big book of Kingdoms of Death into 2 smaller books, Kingdoms of Death and Ashes of Man, made the series better. And I really enjoyed, obviously, both books. I think the same will be the case for books 6 and 7. So I am excited to see that is happening. And I think Baen is a really good choice. First and foremost, because he has an established relationship with the people working, having worked there himself for 7 years. And Also, the fact that they have some interesting features as a publishing company that others don't have, like the ability to purchase electronic advanced reader copies, ARCs, ahead of time, prior to the publication of the novel itself. So my hope is that I'll have Disquiet Gods, or whatever it's called at the time, in my hands by the end of 2023 this year, if not early into next year, and prior to the mass release of the book. So lots to be excited about as a Sun Eater fan. I'm very, very hopeful that that this is going to be a great thing for Christopher. I really, truly think that it is. I think this is a great business decision, a great personal decision. Um, I won't speak ill of Daw Books, but I think they missed the train on this one. I think they should have done what needed to be done to retain Ruocchio on their roster, but their loss is Bane's gain, so that's a good thing. But I would be curious to hear the thoughts of others. Was this news that was new to you, or like me, are you always watching his channel and keeping up with the updates? Put your comments down there and let's hear from everybody. I know this was a quick one. I hope you are as excited about where Sun Eater is going as I am. As always, publication order always, my friends.